the source wall. Behind it is the single greatest secret of the universe. This is as far as I dare to go.
Yeah, what up, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Beyond the Source Wall, and I'm here with my sexy co-host, Alex. Alex, say hello there.
I'm the Vanna White of comic books.
And Alex will be visiting me in person, so we might do a live episode of this at some point later this month. Then today we have a guest, my former roommate and our good friend Kevin from California. Hello, Kevin Kraft. How are you?
Hello, friends.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm glad
the three of us have watched a DC movie together.
It has. It brings back old memories.
We have a terrible past because the two movies we watched together were the Harley Quinn animated movie and the Killing Joke. And we hated both of them.
Yeah, those were rough.
Yeah.
They were hard to get through.
So for this week, I was thinking we were trying to think of what movie to watch with Kevin, and I put out there that maybe we should check out Gotham by Gaslight because Kevin is actually the biggest Hellboy fan I know on the planet. Probably next to Mike Mignola and maybe Guillermo del Toro, and then Kevin's number 3. So I thought this would be good because it's based on a comic that Mike Mignola drew. Brian Augustine, I believe, wrote it. It was the first DC Elseworlds that came out ever. So this is the beginnings, essentially, of the DC Elseworlds multiverse. But this movie is not that. It's just a standalone story like the comic was. But I want to talk real quick to Kevin because I don't have any movie news this week. Kevin reread the book last night, which is awesome. That's a cool cover, actually. I love that cover. Kevin, tell me real quickly about your love for Hellboy and Mike Mignola, because you have like original artwork. Like I remember living with you, and down our hallway we just had this gallery of just amazing stuff. Like what drew you to Mike's work, and what got you into Hellboy and comic books in general?
I took a break from comics when I was a kid. I loved comics. I loved X-Men. I loved all the cartoons and stuff. And I was pretty much just an all-around dork from birth. And I sort of fell out of comics for a decent amount of time. And my roommate, when I lived on the East Coast, Steve Brandano, is a big comic reader. And he had, shelves full of books and stuff. And he got me back into comics by just like slow drip giving me things like, I think you would like this. I think you would like this. Nice. And then he gave me Hellboy stuff. And I just love I like anthology style stuff. So once you get past, Hellboy's intro and introduction and like you're thrown into that universe, it's a lot of just Hellboy going on different missions, just jumping back and forth decades. Like, oh, I'm going to go to this haunted church. Oh, there's a werewolf in here. And then that arc ends. And it's like, okay, cool. And it actually took me a while to warm up to Mignola's art because at first I was like, yeah, this is cool. The art seems like a little simple and blocky. And I don't know, one day it just hit and I was like, whoa, man, I love, like now when I see that style, it just, it makes me happy. Like Mignola's art, it's just so solid.
Yeah, and for those out there who aren't familiar with his art, I would say besides picking up the Hellboy books, if you're a DC fan, there's a hardcover out there called The DC Universe by Mike Mignola, and it's just a collection of all of his one-shot issues that he's done throughout DC in the late 80s and into the 90s, and it's awesome stuff. And I'm like that with like you too, Kevin, and I'm actually curious if Alex is, because I think me and Kevin grew up in an era where there was like a house style of art in comics where a lot of people did similar styles or were inspired by each other. So there was almost a uniform look of how comics should look for superheroes. But then you get like someone like Mike Mignola or someone else who does something different. It takes a while for your brain to adapt. But I feel like Alex, you might actually be the reverse on this one. Alex seems to appreciate art first and then came from an indie art like background. Are you the opposite with that, Alex? Like, do you think the house style for superheroes is weaker compared to, or do you like just gravitate more towards indie art?
Yeah, that's sort of an interesting question. because what I first started seeing like art wise in comics was mostly Transformers comics and Sonic the Hedgehog comics. That was like what I like read as a kid. I didn't keep it up monthly. It was just like my mom would take me to the comic shop every once in a while, and she'd let me pick out some books.
Cool.
When I first started getting into like reading like story arcs, it was Civil War and that kind of era. Oh. So the house style had started to already kind of fall by the wayside a little bit. Like you already started to see a lot of diverse artistic styled artists getting into like especially Marvel, like a lot of that era stuff. Like look at the Punisher War Journals. That's such a distinct style from everything that was happening in that Civil War era. So I guess I've always gravitated towards seeing like what people can do with like the weirdness in their own sort of style. But I guess I always do appreciate like people who can replicate like something that's kind of tried and true and really capture kind of an old school feel of a character.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think because Kevin and I we're the same age, and we're comics had like there was Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli who did slightly different stuff, but then there was like the Jim Lees and the McFarlanes and all those guys, and they kind of
like Michael Turner's amazing, but he definitely had a very house friendly style.
Yeah, right. Like those guys. That's Brett Booth is another one. Like those guys kind of draw superhero comics, but it's always nice to try a different style. And I think for me, Mignola was one of those guys that kind of got me to look at art and go, oh, you can not do it this way and still be awesome at it. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Even his stuff like Cosmic Odyssey and Gotham by Gaslight, like you could still see. I don't know if maybe some editor was pushing him to keep it more like closer to the traditional comic book style, but once he broke out into Hellboy and just got to do his own thing.
Yeah. He was like, it was like a bird being set free. Like he was just like, he was like I can fly, motherfuckers. Yeah. Sweet. Well, do you have before we start the movie, because we're gonna do that here in a minute, do you have a favorite? Oh, look at all that art. So you can see it all back there, guys.
Oh yeah. My bad. I realized I have my sliding glass door open and there's friggin' helicopters going around all over the place. Do you guys see real quick? Because when lockdown started, Mignola was doing like a sketch a day or almost a sketch a day on his Instagram. Yeah. And he was doing all these different things from pop culture, like Snap, Crackle, and Pop, the Rice Krispie mascots.
Oh, like, really?
Tiger. He was doing cereal ones. Then he was doing like cartoon ones, but everything done, Mignola style. And he just released this big hardcover of all of his quarantine sketches. Oh. And I think a lot of the proceeds are going to a charity.
Okay.
That's cool.
I spaced on getting it. I saw it at Golden Apple and I was like, I'm spending so much today. I have so little shelf space left. And now I'm kicking myself. So I'm definitely going to end up getting it. But these were the prints you were talking about. Unfortunately,
there you go.
I'm not baller enough to own any Mignola originals. So these are prints, limited prints signed by Mignola and Dave Stewart.
That's amazing. Dave Stewart's colors are amazing.
I know. They're so sick.
Yeah.
And then I also have my alternate Hellboy shrine here. I have a bottle of Hellboy wine that still hasn't been opened. And a Hellboy original watercolor by Stan Sakai.
Oh,
I remember you getting that.
Yeah.
This one by, I hope I'm holding this up properly.
You're good.
By Dustin Wen, who does the art for Ascender and Descender. Yeah. And with some Batman stuff.
Yeah. Sweet. Dude, that's amazing. I told you guys he had a good collection. Captain Bing Boing over there.
Kevin, what do you think of the animated Hellboy movies?
They're good. I liked them.
I like those, like the Sword of the Storm and the Iron. I think I can't remember, Iron Will or something.
Do they try to copy Mignola style? Because I will say the one thing about this movie, DC does try to copy artist style sometimes, but they do not in this movie. This does not look like something that's inspired by Mignola's art that much.
Interesting.
Sadly. I mean, it's good, but it's probably as close as this person was able to get to replicating it, but it's not. I mean, Mike Mignola is such a unique talent. It's not.
Yeah, you can try. You're gonna fail.
Yeah, exactly. Well, sweet. So yeah, let's get into the movie now that we're about 10 minutes in. So what we'll do here is, guys, if you're watching at home, make sure you pull up Gotham by Gaslight on your computer. If you're watching HBO Max or you get the DVD ready, just hit play and have the time code at 000. And we're going to do our countdown 3, 2, 1. And on 0, we hit play. So here we go. You guys all set?
Yes,
right.
I am.
3, 2, 1, play. And I'll shout out the time code from time to time when we're going through. I'm sure Alex will remind me. But I mean, obviously this is like Mystery Science Theater. So if you're watching for the first time and you want to hear a story moment or whatever, feel free to go silent and listen. And then we'll interject from time to time. And just talk about anything. And we can keep talking about Mignola's art. We can talk about anything at all.
I'm curious to see how they extend this, because after reading it last night, Dexter's sister's in this.
Yes, Jennifer Carpenter.
It's only like a 50-page comic. It was like a one-shot.
Yes.
So I'm curious to see what they add to sort of lengthen the story.
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's a little bit more Selena Kyle in this.
Ooh, hookers.
And a little bit more hookers.
They know how to rope me in.
Batman and hookers.
Stop drilling, you hit oil. Poison Ivy.
Yeah, there was definitely no belly dancing striptease from Poison Ivy in the comic.
I want to say Bruce Timm produced this.
What up, Ivy?
Yeah, right.
All right, guys, I'm going to turn my camera off for a second. Wow, the animators are really working those cheeks.
Yeah, and I love how, that goes on for like a full 10 seconds. See those leaves fall.
Let me see your buds and your stems. Take your pantaloons off, dame.
Pantaloons. That word just makes me laugh. Hey, another Sam Liu movie. I forgot Sam did this.
Yeah.
He might watch this episode now. Echo, no growling.
He doesn't like Jack the Ripper.
He doesn't like women.
Hey. He doesn't like women.
No, it's Jack the Ripper. Actually, I think one of my neighbors just came home from work, so that always sets him off. He's like, "How dare anyone else live here?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ivy's working the alleys.
Yeah.
Wow. She was like
grossed out the man in the bar. Yeah.
She just bumps into a man and she's like, "Oh, you scared me. Would you like to pay for sex?
Would you like to see my bush?"
A
letter opener.
He's like, 2 in the bushel.
One in the hogshead. Oh no, the Newsies.
Yeah, they added the Robins as Newsies.
Oh.
Echo, what are you doing? Johnny Gobbs.
Echo's pissed.
Yeah, Echo's really mad over there.
What's with the liquid death thing? What is that?
Water.
It's just water?
Straight up canned water.
Liquid death. Water.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What makes it is it like, I don't know,
Michigan?
like alkaline water, or is it like smart water with electrolytes?
No, it's just mountain water. It's branded to like look heavy metalish, so they
Oh,
sponsor
okay.
metal bands. They sponsor the Jason Ellis show,
Awesome.
and their whole thing is death to plastic. So cans are 100% infinite recyclable,
Right.
better than bottled water.
Well, it's pretty
Okay.
fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes, if you guys want to see more of Kevin, I'll have links down below to the Jason Ellis show and also Mad Scientist Party Hour. If I'm sure if you're here, you probably know who Kevin is, because I think half of my subscribers are people who are Mad Scientist Party Hour fans.
Oh hell yeah, friendly audience, love that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Batman looks sick.
yeah. I love the costume.
You don't get to see it too clearly in the comic.
No. I mean, yeah, Mignola loves his blacks. You know, like he loves like hiding things in shadow.
That man has probably gone through more black ink than any human in history.
He should just print on black paper. It's like
It should.
Yeah, just fill in the parts that are black.
just draw with red and blues over black. It's funny. Bruce Greenwood, who I think is a phenomenal actor, he does the voice of Batman here, but he's also the voice of Batman in the New 52 animated movie continuity, and on Young Justice. So he's like, he plays a lot of Batman, actually.
He does a good job at it.
He's great. He's got a good Batman voice.
Kind of gravelly, but still energetic.
That's how he talks. He's in the remake of Star Trek. He's the guy who recruits Kirk. And then he's also he was in a movie with Carla Gugino recently that was like a Stephen King adaptation where he ties her up to a bed and then he dies of a heart attack, and she spends the whole movie tied to a bed.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of that movie.
It's pretty good, actually. Really good.
Yeah, the gravelly Batman voice definitely fits for like a Batman period piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just 10 seconds too late.
Well, he's not the Flash. He's Batman. And we won't talk about the twist, obviously, because Alex has it.
There's a twist. You've already ruined it now by knowing there's a twist. Now I'm expecting it.
There you go.
Well, I feel like you can expect a twist in a Jack the Ripper story.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to be straightforward?
I mean, you mean straightforward, like the knife he's using to stab women with?
I thought just Batman would eventually catch him in the act and he would go to jail, and that would be the movie.
Let me check his wallet. Just
Jeez,
as I expected.
spoilers, Alex.
L. Ripper.
Jack L. Ripper. He immediately confesses to all the crimes.
Sorry, everyone. It was me. I'm the bad guy. Sorry.
So I didn't read it last night, but this Gotham by Gaslight trade
it's got a
sequel.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure is a different creative team, but it's
sequel.
Master of the Future, and it's got like it's very airship, steampunky themed.
Cool.
Well, that's cool.
It looks like they're like that airship stuff looks like it sort of tied into it.
Maybe they incorporate part of that story in here.
And over there is the Gravitron.
Oh man, the Gravitron. I don't even care if I don't get superpowers that are gravity related. My superhero name will be Gravitron.
Mine's going to be the Zipper.
Because that's what always catches my nuts when I put on the costume.
That's where I got my powers from, when I accidentally zipped my penis off.
Jeez. That sounds like a Mystery Men superhero.
Yeah.
That movie is amazing.
Once I got rid of my penis, I found myself with all this free time, and now I'm awesome at kung fu.
That's how it works.
Now I can do
languages.
It doesn't get in the way.
Yeah, anyone who speaks multiple languages is like a black belt in martial arts. They just don't have penises.
Yeah. I love that. Leslie Tompkins. Hugo Strange.
Dog.
Hey, Bulldog.
I like that she calls him Bulldog. Bulldog.
Bulldog. Whoa, sister, that language.
Oh my goodness.
Think of Jesus. Would you call Mary Magdalene a whore? Jeez.
Arses.
Arses.
Tara just spent and totally sheeting on your arses.
Ooh. I like that she wear purple. Catwoman in purple is always my favorite.
Yeah, me too. Whoa.
Is he making out with a nun?
Nun.
Jeez.
Well, sister, I'll break your habit. Oh my God, another arm in arm?
Yeah, they're like best friends. Maybe she raised him or something.
Shot. Giving Bruce Wayne a love triangle with Catwoman and a nun.
We'll just call that book Going to Hell.
DC sacrilege.
I was thinking of you the other day, Kevin, because I started watching Invincible.
Ooh.
I'm so excited to watch it.
And there's like a Hellboy type character on that show.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I completely forgot about him from the comics.
Oh,
What's the Batman kind of character in Invincible? The guy, he's like he takes over like that Shadow City thing that's like cursed or whatever. Do you remember?
I think your mic's a little staticky. His name's like Night Glider or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Do you have any Invincible pages, Kevin?
I don't. I read the whole series. I loved it, and the pages weren't all that expensive. I'm guessing they're probably all sold out at this point.
Yeah,
possibly.
That shows. I've only have basic information of the comic, but watching the show, I'm like, damn, this is good. It's a really good interpretation.
Yeah, they match the art style really well.
Yeah, and the voice acting
to read.
Who are the two artists? It's Ryan Otterly and like Corey.
Otley.
Ryan Otley and Corey something.
Yeah, what? Let me look it up.
Because he does the Science Dog. Because the Corey guy, I think he did the early pages or the early issues.
Corey Walker.
Corey Walker, yeah.
Yeah, because there's even a book inside the cartoon called Seance Dog, which is pretty awesome, which is like, I think, a play on their Science Dog comic.
Yeah.
They also threw a Jeff Lemire shout out in the episode when he basically just was recommending Underwater Welder.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, oh, it's about a kid who was underwater. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh.
Why did I walk down Ripper Alley?
Wasn't it just a box blocking her way? Couldn't she have gone over the box?
Hey, it was a crate, okay?
It wouldn't have been ladylike.
You try to crawl over a crate in that dress.
Yeah. Haven't you ever played an RPG? If there's a crate in your way, you cannot climb over it.
Yeah, you got to turn.
It's the funny thing. You're Spider-Man and you can like swing through the air, but the crate's too much.
Well, like that in Resident Evil, sometimes a desk would be in your way, and it's like, oh, I can't get past the desk, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if you're our only hope and a desk has stopped your path, we are doomed.
You can't stop the zombie apocalypse now. There's a desk in the room.
Well, we had a good run, Earth.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well,
My one week desks.
Ah. Run, Selena.
Do a cartwheel.
Man, she went from Ripper Alley right into a butcher shop.
Yeah, what the hell?
Damn, Gotham sucks.
Oh no, now it's Freddy Krueger.
Well, go grab your own butcher knife. There was a cleaver sitting there.
Yeah.
Go get that.
Oh,
Got a whip, dude.
whip.
Oh, okay. Well,
She's
good
a
on her.
wine tumor.
Yeah, you did get all rattly, Alex. What happened to your voice?
Yeah, your mic is all. Zzz.
Let me try something.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting electrocuted.
Yeah, every time he talks, he's like. Zzz. What was that time? There was that thing in the late 90s, early 2000s where it was like a little electric things you put on your arms and stomach to like shock you to get you abs.
Oh yeah, tens machine.
Yeah. Tense machine. Yeah.
How's this?
Yeah, you sound great.
All right. Maybe it just needed to be unplugged and plugged back in. My headphones sometimes do that too.
The IT department usually suggests that, so good call.
Yeah.
The magic fix-all.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
It's 90% of the problems.
Yeah, it usually is. I always like the Batman's fighting style in like something like this, like a period piece. They usually make them like a bare knuckle brawler.
Yeah.
And that's always kind of a cool. I always think of Brad Pitt and Snatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Style.
Yeah.
Yeah, put up your duke, she.
Yeah. You like Degs?
Ah, Batman, I hate to cleave you so soon.
So that was Jack the Ripper's thing. He was just like, he just hated women. Was that just like his?
Yeah, he's the original incel messiah.
You should write a comic book called Incel Messiah because it's about Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, it's just that Alan Moore could write a sequel from hell called Incel Messiah.
Yeah. And it's just like the days in between his killings when like he like hires a prostitute and she laughs at his small penis and he's like, one day I'll get my revenge on you dames.
It's just him like writing like letters to the editor of newspapers railing against women.
Yeah. He's like, what's with all this SJW feminist shit in your newspaper?
Women should sleep with more ugly men.
A thesis by Jack R. Ripper.
What?
It's funny. I think a lot of times Batman fans forget that his wife's name is Barbara and his daughter's name is Barbara. Because I saw there's the Batman movie coming up. Someone was like, "Ooh, who's playing Barbara? She's like the same age as the person playing Gordon." I go, "Well, yeah, they're married." And they're like, "Ooh," and I'm like, "What do you mean, ooh?" Barbara Gordon is a Barbara Gordon Jr.
Yeah, you don't see that as much with girls. Like, there's never like Sarah the Fourth.
Right. Joan of Arc the Second.
Yeah, like
it's like shit. I got a lot to live up to.
like this is Cynthia and Cynthia Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, doth made me piss myself.
Who goes there?
Yeah, the comic starts with like a quick teaser of Joker.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, is this close to the story, like the structure of the comic at all?
Not really.
Yeah, no, it pulls inspiration from certain beats and characters, but otherwise I found this to be like an adjacent, it's like an Elseworlds of that Elseworlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool though.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, I think Sam and his team did a great job on this one.
Yeah, this is awesome so far.
My favorite thing about Batman and animation, Sam Liu does this a lot with Batman. If you look at his eyes, you notice that they kind of look gray. But the thing is Batman apparently has like super blue eyes. And I think that's strictly an animation thing. Because I'm pretty sure in the comics he has shit brown eyes.
I don't look in Batman's eyes very much.
Well, normally they're just white triangles.
Yeah. Yeah. I never noticed that. The gray eyes.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the animated stuff, he has gray eyes. I like that because that in year one, there's a scene like that where Gordon's out having a smoke on his back porch, and then he looks up and Batman's just sitting there. And that's like one of their first meetings together. Jeez.
Oh,
a little light reading, Master Person. Alfred's such an asshole.
Very well. Enjoy your intestine stew. Oh man, fucking Batman's an incel too?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in this movie hates women.
Yeah.
I guess it is like the 1800s.
That's why I chopped my penis off, Alfred.
With my zipper.
Much more time for Kung Fu.
Now look at this kick. That was definitely something I liked that they did in the Christian Bale Batman movies is from time to time he would take off his suit and you would just see like a big welt on his shoulder and you'd see like scars on his back. And I'm like, yeah, being Batman, I always love that scene when Ben Affleck played Daredevil and he comes home and he takes off the Daredevil suit and there's just scars all over his back. And then he just starts popping painkillers. And I'm like, that's gotta be what a superhero's life is like.
Yeah. They like little musical numbers in these DC films.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very odd, I think.
That's definitely I think oh man, I'm trying to think. There was on Batman Brave and the Bold, when they did that cartoon, they didn't win any Emmys, although they won Emmys on previous Batman cartoons, but that show didn't win any Emmys, I think, until they did the Music Meister episode with Neil Patrick Harris as the Music Meister. And so it was a whole musical episode and it's fantastic. But I think ever since then, they've had this proclivity to include a song. I think here they did it because they just wanted to they wanted to animate a bunch of ladies with their legs kicking high.
Oh, Bruce, look at all of those fannies.
You can see up the knickerbockers.
I've never seen ankles like those, Bruce. I've always been more of an elbow guy.
I always love that in Seinfeld when he's like talking about Terry Hatcher's boobs, and Elaine goes, "You're a boob guy? I thought you were a leg guy." And he goes, "Why would I be a leg guy? I have legs."
My pet.
Yeah, who's this guy? Is this Harvey Dent? I don't know who he is, but he's like I can't remember, but that moment was great that they animated that. Like Bruce and Selena lock eyes, and then he's on the couch and his eyes get really big, like he realizes, oh, they're gonna fuck, and he's like, I don't want that. I want to have sex with her. I think it is Harvey because he said Gilda won't. What she doesn't know, she won't.
Is Gilda his wife?
Gilda's Harvey Dent's wife in the comics.
Well, that would make sense. Maybe this guy will lose half his face.
No matter what
big clue.
No matter what universe, he always has to lose his face.
Ooh. Sick burn.
Oh yeah, Harvey.
Yep.
She has green eyes.
Yes, but they're like a pale green.
Pale green, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got cat eyes.
Yeah.
Catch a handsome?
Men only.
Handsome.
Oh, handsome.
A handsome. This is a club where men go and jerk each other off.
Yeah, seriously, like, we're so misogynistic, I don't even want a chance of getting laid tonight. I just want to drink with a bunch of dudes.
What does it say about Bruce? He's like, I got to go into this place, but what if we dress you as a man? And then he puts a coat and hat on. He's like, now I'm ready to have sex.
Here, stuff this broom handle down your pants.
And this is somehow tricked everyone.
Yeah, like it's working.
Like they just put a jacket and hat on her. She's still wearing her dress underneath.
Yeah.
Yes. And she ordered wine, like
yeah.
She's got like lipstick on and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's there is drunk. They don't know.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Everyone there is just. It's like an opium den. Like everyone's so high, they have no idea what's going on.
Is Bruce Wayne flirting with that gentleman over there?
Oh, it's just the hashish talking.
You know, if I squint hard enough, you do look like a lady.
Now we just need to edit in a cover of the poster for the movie, Just One of the Guys.
I really want to get one of those liquidettes now and go to like the gym and just pop it open like a tall boy.
Well, it's funny because they ship us tons of them. So like we drink them while we're doing the show. And on Wednesdays, we record 2 shows in one day. So by the time we're doing the second show, the table is just littered with them. And people are like, holy shit, how wasted do you guys get? And we're like, dude, they're waters. They're waters.
Yeah, they're waters.
The Ripper's going to get some nun action.
Yeah, she's not a whore.
No, but she's defending them. Like she wants the cops to do something about them being killed. So I think Jack the Ripper in that letter that Bruce was reading said something like, I want to kill all the whores and the people who defend them.
Oh yeah. It did say that. I thought that meant like Batman, I guess, because he had that fight with him.
Yeah.
But no, that does make sense that he would go after the nun, because she's like, why are we all being murdered in the streets? And the cops are like, I mean, we're keeping an eye out.
Yeah, but it's not a priority for them because of the women who are being killed. And that was kind of her point, was that's like not God's way. Like you shouldn't judge the women who are dying. They're still human beings, kind of thing.
Always shaming sex workers.
The cops?
Yep. And
yeah, I don't know what it was about the 1800s that they just really didn't like sex workers.
Yes, just that time period.
Just that time period, specifically.
Never again.
No, it was only the 1800s. The 1700s, no issue.
Current day, no issues.
1900s, no problem. Current day, no problem. I don't have any issues with that at all. That old woman creeps me out.
Yeah, what was Nick Nolte doing in that window?
That's the old lady that she helped, but I think she's going to be an eyewitness to something, even though she's drinking her face off.
Kick him in the nuts.
Jesus.
Oh, man. That's not how I'm going to go out. I'm calling him like a fucking poo-poo head.
Go ahead and stab me, you poo-poo head.
Just stick my fingers down my throat, make myself puke all over the place so it gets on him.
Jesus. You could just block the knife and run.
That's how you fought those cannibals in D&D.
Not gonna eat me now, huh? It's pretty gross, isn't it?
Yeah, you were like, I pooped myself, and I was like, that's a strategy.
Actually, wait, roll your 20-sided die first to see if you're successful.
See how much poop comes out.
Oh, you only got a nugget.
Well, that didn't work. Roll for poop. I like that his bat cave is the attic.
Yeah. He's got a bat attic.
A batic.
He's got a menorah in the background. Is that a clock ticking in the movie?
I think Alex has
a clock ticking.
It might be a clock in my house. I can go move it real quick if it's distracting you.
No, I just heard it now. I was like, what is it? I wasn't sure if it was my headphones or not. Oh, you got a cuckoo clock?
I just have a clock in my... It's an old clock.
It reminds him of the time.
Yeah, I do. I use it to check the time periodically.
It's 1/2 handsome hour.
What if I was hanging like science orbs?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. They look like parts of like ray beams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like those Frankenstein decorations.
Yeah.
And for people,
what's with all the like meth lab science stuff there too?
Well,
Hey, Batman's got a
yeah, I don't know what beakers looked like back then. I'm guessing the same. 33 minutes 45 seconds ish. So people who are watching at home, we're at a grave scene of Miss Sister Leslie Tompkins.
R.I.P. For Leslie Nielsen.
She
hardly knew ye.
Leslie Nielsen.
We will miss her and her whoopee cushions.
Wish we got one more Naked Gun movie out of you. I just assumed there was like a bomb in Alex's room.
Constantly ticking down for all these months.
Yeah. You've just you meant to set it for like 3 hours, but you set it for like 3 years.
I can get rid of it if it's distracting.
No, I'm just messing with you. It's fine.
This guy is such like a Mignola character.
Hugo Strange?
Yeah.
He looks very Mignola-y there.
Yeah.
The sloping shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The like point of his goatee.
Oh snap. Oh, does he know?
Got him.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Oh. I think this is something they add for the movie, is this little side story with Alfred and the Robins.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Hugo Strange wasn't in the comic. He had a candy bar in there.
Mister. Orphans.
She gave us gruel. Endless gruel. How odd are these jobs?
Let's just say this. I can sew leather and I make costumes with nipples on them. So they get pretty odd.
So wait, is she supposed to be Harley?
I think it's the actress.
She's talking?
Yeah, it sounds like Harley.
I think it's the actress, but I don't think she's Harley. She looks more like Scarecrow.
Yeah.
With her outfit.
Like Jeremy Irons.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a fright of fruit and cheese and granny.
So the nun died who was nice to her, and she's gonna blackmail Bruce Wayne. Like, you're gonna give me money and I'll
Does she
shut
think
up.
Bruce Wayne killed the nun?
Yes. Because she was drinking and saw Bruce Wayne run into the yard. By the way, this right here is the most terrifying version of Arkham Asylum I've ever seen. Just having everyone in a pit, you screaming at each other.
Seriously.
It's so dark.
Also ineffective. They could all just climb up on each other's shoulders and get out.
Yeah.
If they knew how to work as a team.
Yeah, if they all didn't have like hooded straitjackets.
Oh. Nope.
No, not Paul Schaefer.
Papers on the ground. There's been a struggle.
Those papers, they're usually in a stack.
This guy's got a cage around his head.
Yeah.
He's a biter, dude.
Oh, looks like a lot of them are biters.
No, I think they just ripped him in half. Gross.
Yeah, I guess he was like, well, I can't kill you, but...
Old cage head can.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Just like, why is he in a cage? Why does he have a head cage?
He bite. That's what happens. So if you're a biter, they secure your head
In a cage.
Well, I mean, what do you want from them back then? They were primitive.
What do you want from the 1800s?
Yeah, they got flying blimps and cages around heads. All right, Jesus.
Did he plan this escape?
Yeah, Jack the Ripper's got some funding.
Oh. Damn, he just died.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto was wild back in the day.
Yeah, and like it's not hard to track the blimp. Like it's not that far going.
No, but it takes forever to get to you, so you got to time that well.
No, but it's you're always gonna know where he's going.
Oh, I see.
He can't get away from you.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Somebody in a blimp.
Yeah. Yeah, Batman could just walk on the street and look up and stand underneath the blimp the whole time.
Yeah, it could be like a
crate in the way. Unless there's a crate.
Unless there's a crate. Unless he's like walking down the street, he's like, "There's a crate." Damn.
Batman's like, "Oh well, I'll get you next time, guy with mask." Oh.
I like the choreography.
Yeah.
It's fucking Batman up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is no one driving that thing now?
Yeah, is that thing just going to crash now?
Yeah, I hope that there's a big explosion at least.
Oh. Parkour. Parkour.
Some Scranton office Michael Scott stuff.
There you go.
Always getting back to the blimp.
He just ghost rode the blimp.
Yeah. If you jumped on the top of it, it's like you can't drive it from there, buddy.
Put up your dokes.
Put up your dicks, eh? Kick my nuts, will you? Well, I zipped them off a long time ago.
I'm going to punch you right in the kisser. Oof, my bread basket.
Man, did we pick the perfect person to watch this one with?
Yeah.
I think Kevin's a resurrected 1890s gentleman.
He's just Jack the Ripper reincarnated.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to see some Indiana Jones shit.
Oh.
What? I think I remember.
Just shoot the blimp.
Ooh, sanding off the ears.
Good idea, cops, you fucking idiots.
Let's Hindenburg this thing.
Ooh, rough landing.
What was that rope attached to?
Don't ask
A
questions.
different rope.
It was the Christmas noose. It's funny because now this is the second scene they lifted right out of year one. Where the cops chase Batman through the building. Can't believe those guys still have bullets left.
I know.
Yeah, how many are they carrying?
Reload after each one.
Does anybody else want more Wild West DC Universe stories? Because I certainly do.
They would be fun. I think Elseworld stories are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be into that.
I want more Batman Ninja.
Have you seen that one, Kevin?
I have, yeah.
We watched that one recently too.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was kind of neat.
Yeah, we both really enjoyed the visuals, but found the story, to not match them, but it certainly was fun. I mean, it's a neat movie.
Yeah, I feel like the older I get, the more stuff I can forgive to enjoy myself.
I'm starting to notice some of that about me, and then again, on today I just reviewed a Venom comic, King in Black, and I ripped it apart. So
I actually read that today too, and I was like, I bet Seek's not going to like this.
I did not like it. It's like fan fiction. It's like, yeah.
Ooh. Get a little taxi cab confession going here.
Yeah.
I know Selena Kyle's like, strip Batman.
Hey, it's handsome hour. Get out of here.
Oh man, now my pants are chafing me too.
Mr. Wayne, didn't you lose something in a zipper accident?
Continue your genital-less scissoring.
I got a steampunk dick now.
The crank sticks out of my ass. Hey, give me a couple of turns, will you?
I pretended to be a man earlier.
I thought I was a very convincing boner.
Do you guys see Catwoman as Bruce Wayne's soulmate at all?
If it were going to be anybody, yeah.
I mean, if he's going to have someone, you're right. She's probably the best one. Yeah, because he's had. Go ahead.
I've always thought about them kind of like magnets. Like if they get too close, they start to push each other away.
Okay. Don't magnets connect?
Well, I mean, I guess opposite magnetized things then.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh shit, do I not know what magnets are?
They're kind of like, I feel like they're kind of perfect for each other, but they're like too perfect for each other.
Right. That's a good way to put it. Like, yeah, that's a great way to put it.
I saw the calluses on your hands, and I was like, this man beats off endlessly. How are you not blind by now?
I thought either this man
He's like shaving his palms.
either this man has a lot of handsome evenings or he's Batman. Or both.
I like the underbite they gave Bruce Wayne when you get a profile shot.
I think he's just got a fat lip from getting punched in it all the time. Yeah, it has a serious curl on it.
Aww.
Kiss me, you crazy dame.
Wait, how did they figure it out?
And they saw them porking in the carriage.
Right. Oh. Marlene, not Harleen. Oh, okay.
Harley's grandma.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're arresting you for the murder of Schmarley Schmin.
You're wanted for the murder of one Mr. J. Oker. Oh, shit. Alex.
Yes.
Blink twice if you're in a saw trap right now with that clock counting down to your death.
That's why I've been blinking every episode.
$52 minutes, 45 seconds. Nice. I love this judge. He's like, oh, more evidence? Shut up.
I'm bored. Get somebody else in.
God, Jesus. Mustache over here.
Make more silly faces.
Fine, whatever.
I had to poop.
Commence the halftime show. Bring in the dancing chickens.
Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing that comic book adapted. Have either of you guys ever read Batman Murderer and Batman Fugitive?
No.
It was like a crossover that went through all the Bat books in the early 2000s after No Man's Land, and it was like someone frames Bruce Wayne for a murder because they find out Bruce Wayne is Batman, and so they're like, well, I'll never be able to pin anything on Batman, so they frame Bruce Wayne for a murder, and then Bruce spends most of the story in jail, and all the Bat family have to like try to like prove his innocence. It's actually really good.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of me really thinks Batman would just run the prison by the end of the week.
Oh, he's not a pleasant inmate. Like he's like people like constantly they're like, oh, Bruce Wayne, Mr. Rich Guy. And they like, there's like dirty police, security guards in the jail. It's like Shawshank Redemption. And they open up a cell at night and let people go in to like beat them up. And then the guards come and check, and there's just like 4 knocked out thugs, and Bruce Wayne's just taking a nap. And he's like, I don't know what happened.
I came in here and they beat each other up.
Yeah.
Exactly. All 4 of them went to pick up the same quarter at the same time and bonked head.
Yeah.
Ooh. Slip of the Batarang.
I slept with you and stole your Batarang. You gave me the Batawang and I took your Batarang.
She's like, I'm glad I take trophies from all the men I sleep with.
And she's like, I took this quarter from Harvey Dent.
Wait, they give him a desk and an ink pen and...
Yes. First of all, Alex, that's a rape table. I'm sorry. That's one of those dark jokes my head said, and then when my mouth moved, I couldn't stop laughing. Thanks, brain.
I think they just gave him a note of a bunch of dancing stick figures. Him and Alfred's secret code is stick figures.
He's like, what is this? It's a game of Hangman, you fucking idiot. Now take it to my butler.
It's going to be like a mad fold-in. Alfred's like lining up the pages. He's like, what me worry? What me read?
Like, I love this. Cyrus Gold. This is Solomon Grundy.
Oh.
Yeah. The good old duck and let him punch someone else move.
Oh, now that's just too much fighting. Go back to the other fighting.
Go back to the first fight when it was just 2 of you, idiot.
Multiple Donnie Brooks.
Hey, Batman on a horse. Frank Miller did it. Why not?
Horse Batman, horseman Batman.
Whoa, Batmobile. Whoa.
Jesus.
Oh, Dent, you pussy.
Yeah, this is sort of a weird movie that's about protecting women by a bunch of people who don't seem to like women very much.
Yeah. It's shining a light on society, Alex. We live in a society. Yeah, and it's funny too, because like we never even see Gilda, but like Harvey's like, he's like calling her a whore, but he's like, I don't ever know what I saw on you. I was willing to cheat on my wife with you. It's like, you're an asshole, dude.
Yeah, it's like everyone's terrible.
You whore.
Like,
how dare you not cheat on my wife?
Yeah, like all the guys are like, you would have been lucky if I cheated on my wife with you. And the women are like, can we just not be murdered in the streets?
Yeah, I know. Women are literally like, we just want to stop dying. And he's like, I would have cheated on my wife for you.
All I want to do is get some ass. Is that too much to ask around here? I know people are getting killed, but I'm horny.
I need a handsome. Oh, so that's the odd job, is they had to just drop off a crate?
Yep. They got paid £3 for that.
3 shillings.
They got a...
Gotham's still in America, Alex.
You got a... Oh, I guess so. They got a silver dollar each.
Here you go, boys. Split this penny.
And then you got to do that. You got to bite it to make sure it's real.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's real. Ace the Bat Hound. Well, that's just lazy. It's like he wants to be caught.
His bat horns grew back.
I'm sure he has a second mask.
That's where he plays Mario Kart.
Hey, by the way, I'm a Nintendo Switch owner now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. I've been playing BioShock. I bought it for $20. It came with all 3 games. I was like, yeah, what a deal. Uh-oh.
This just looks like his den. I guess there's pictures. Why would he put pictures of him performing autopsies?
Because those were his moments.
Oh, that's pretty incriminating.
Yeah.
All the human organs.
Oh. She tried to Harvey Dent him.
Yeah, they definitely did a lot of different stuff from the comic.
Oh, yeah. Jesus God.
He ran to the acid store.
He ran the asses. He went to Acme Chemicals.
Now you have cooties.
It's funny because this is the 3rd or 4th time I've seen this movie. And every single time I forget that James Gordon is the killer. I always think it's Harvey Dent. So when that happened, I was like, oh, shit, did I forget that again? It was Gordon in the comic too, though, right?
No.
No? Or was it just Jack the Ripper?
It was like a different Wayne. It's
Ah.
yeah, I remembered it. It's like his buddy from is because I was like, I wonder who. Yeah, it's his uncle. It's Bruce Wayne's uncle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
What's that contraption?
It's like a biped vehicle. Dang.
Man,
What a way to say you smell like a whore.
he's a good roaster.
All right, nose, stop itching. Uh-oh. Is that going to work?
Just looks like a dick.
It does not look like a bat. Looks like a dick. What was that thing I sent you to Alex? It was a
Your
shot
penis.
from Man of Steel. No, it was a penis, but it was a shot from Man of Steel, and it was all those dick rockets that Zod and his people got put in.
Yeah.
And someone on Twitter asked, "What's the deep meaning of this that Zack Snyder was trying to get across?" And someone just commented, "Dicks."
Dicks.
Illiterates? What? You're gonna fucking kill someone because they can't read?
Yeah, that's like over 50% of the population in the 1800s.
Left-handed people, gingers.
People who can't tie their shoelaces.
The Irish.
Hey, fuck you. Well, I guess Bullock's on the list then. Good God. He's gonna kill her with the tiniest knife in the world.
I hope you like paper cuts.
Oh, he's got to kill himself now.
Shit, and I'm Irish too.
Shit. Fucking fire lamps. Oh, right in his forearm.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard thing to pull out on your own.
She said, "Oh, that's a nasty gash," and he said, "Hey, that's what I'm supposed to say."
Hey, keep it down. You're trying to get me killed?
Well, yeah, but you're on Earth. Damn. What is this, a comic book? This is not the time to talk. I could just see like Jim Lee drawing like Batman punching Killer Croc, and there's like 20 text bubbles above it.
Killer Croc's like going on some philosophical rant.
Yeah.
I embodied the idealism of crocodile.
And the agent says, "What do you call your act?" And the family says, "The Aristocrats."
Huh.
You just squish his head. Oh, they threw him on the ground. The way they drew that, it looked like he just pushed his head down into his chest cavity.
Bruce, do you know what it's like at war? The pegging, the zippers, the handsomes.
I feel like that would hurt both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would suck. Although Batman has like a glove around it, so it probably at least prevents chafing on his wrist a little.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number one issue is chafing.
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah. I don't
How
think
is
I've-
the Nunna slut? Stop calling the Nunna slut. That's the one that makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think. Yeah. I think he's referring to her as like someone who protects the women, but it's like, yeah, calling her a slut is not the right word. You're right. Huh? Oh yeah, Bruce learned from Houdini.
Oops, too far.
Honestly, I thought you were going to stop me.
Those crates.
Oh, always getting in his way.
See, that's what happens if you can't walk around them, you can't fall on them either.
How
Right
is
now-
she awake? Didn't they shoot her up with heroin?
Yeah. Now,
She's
do
like,
Prometheus-
let me carry a grown man out on heroin.
Smart. They didn't Prometheus it. She went to the side as opposed to trying to outrun it.
Yeah.
She's like, I've been on more dope than that. All right. Hour 13 minutes. You just adopt me three little boys, Alfred. Is it my
No, they're
birthday?
from all
We
his
thought about this later.
they're from all his dalliances as a teenager. They're all his bastard children.
Something with more candy.
All right.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Bruce
Yeah,
Timm.
with Tara Strong.
Yeah, Bruce Timm did do a voice in there too. Sweet.
solid.
So, well, yeah, what'd you guys think?
That was the first animated movie that I've enjoyed us watching together.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding.
We finally found one.
we finally started to turn the bad streak around.
Yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Is it very different than the comic?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, different Jack the Ripper, different characters. Yeah.
Yep. Because this one, I think they just kind of took the idea and just went in a different direction with it, as opposed to just translating it like they do. Because, like even Under the Red Hood and other animated movies they do, they're still close enough to the original to where you're like, oh yeah, okay, I can tell which scenes are based off the comic. But yeah, I felt like this was one of those ones they were just like, we'll just take the concept and run with it. What other concepts in time would you like to see a DC story, like character and time period? What do you think?
What would be an interesting one? Like Genghis Khan era Batman would kind of be cool.
Fighting the Mongolians?
Yeah, like him doing like fighting a Mongol army would be kind of fun.
Would you make Batman Chinese in that one?
Would you? Yeah, it depends if you want to do like a time travel thing, like you get sent back in time, or
see, that's what I thought didn't work in Batman Ninja. I wish it was just a story where all the characters were just born in that age.
Yeah.
I think because the whole Grodd time travel thing at the beginning and end, I'm like, this is a waste of screen time right here. Like,
I get that. I was like, whatever about it. I was like, it leads to cool visuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could have had the cool visuals without that.
I'd be interested in like more futuristic Batmans, I think.
Okay. Sweet.
Like more sci-fi Batman.
What about you, Kevin?
I don't know. I'm trying to think back. 80s Batman, where he's all neoned out.
Doesn't blend into the night at all.
He's got like pink aerobic socks. Just goes after like bad stockbrokers.
Like a Tron Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he does a mall patrol.
His Batcycle and Batmobile have Tron lights on them, and maybe Red Hood wears a Canada jacket from Acura.
That'd be sick.
The Wayne fortune is built on dial-up.
Yeah, he owns AT&T.
It's like an AOL provider selling internet minutes to everyone.
Yeah, he's selling canned water.
He's selling canned water.
Sweet. There's a bunch I'd like to see. I would love to see a period piece done with maybe even Aquaman. I think that could be
like an old ocean. What do you mean?
No, well, like the world being old, like when he comes to the surface, that could be pretty cool. Or even like I've always wanted to do a story. I had pitched a miniseries once that was like the resurrections of Hawkman and Hawkgirl throughout the years, and every time they were resurrected on Earth, they interacted with a different Earth Green Lantern that was an alien from outer space. So like they get reborn in the Wild West, and they work with Abin Sur, who was the Green Lantern before Hal Jordan. But I always wanted that.
That'd be sick.
Medieval Green Lantern would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a Green Lantern that was like a Knight of the Round Table.
Something like that. Yeah. Like he was Merlin.
Well, you could do that with Aquaman. You could do that with Aquaman because he's King Arthur. Like
he could be King Arthur. Green Lantern could be Merlin.
Yeah, and you could have like a Knights of the Round, but they're really just like the first Justice League.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, you got to have an Archer on there. You got to have like a green.
Yeah.
My idea is so good it's boring Alex.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just Johnny.
Like, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, look at my internet. I do got to go here in a few minutes, but I just want to first say, Kevin, thank you for being here, man. It was awesome to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and besides Jason Ellis Show, because I'll put a link to that YouTube channel down below, and Mad Science Party Hour, Is there any other links you want me to include? You can always email them to me and I'll include them in the thing. But if you want to say anything here where people can find you, social media, anything like that.
I think that's pretty much it. We got a Patreon for both. There's a Mad Scientist Party Hour Patreon. There's a Jason Ellis Patreon. When we were on SiriusXM, we were doing 5 shows a week, and now we're down to 3. So we do 1 free show a week and 2 2-hour Patreon shows.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
So, yeah, we're trying to get those numbers up. If we get enough Patreon subscribers, we get enough YouTube subscribers, we might be able to start cranking out more shows per week. So
hell yeah.
Heck yeah. And for those who don't know the story, like a lot of people out in California, like it affected everyone's work out there big time. And Kevin, who's been working this job with Jason Ellis for years, you guys have been doing a great job on that show. And it was kind of taken from you. And so you guys are off on your own, doing your own thing now. And so please, if people are watching this, like go subscribe to these guys, become patrons of them. Like, please do that. Support them because they literally, this is their bread and butter now. So support the shit out of these guys. And they work hard and their show's funny as shit. It's
Thanks,
really
dude.
fun. Yeah, I love it. And by the way, I love that all of us recently got haircuts and we're doing this because I was following your Instagram and I'm like, man, me and Kevin are looking really groovy with our hair growing out and my beard was growing out. And but yeah, now we all look like, well, Alex still looks like a young hipster, but the rest of us.
Yeah, I'm back to pre-pandemic Kevin.
Yeah.
When I went and get my haircut, the guy, like I walked in and the guy goes, "Whoa, retro."
That's the reaction.
Yeah. Let's get this shit off.
You're like less chatty, more choppy.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Alex, we'll try to reach out to Jeff. And so we've been going through everyone from the Mad Scientist Party Hour. So we had Shuddy on last week, Kevin this week. We'll try to get Jeff on in the next week or two. What if you could suggest or make a suggestion? What do you think we should do for Jeff? Because we talked about that last week with Shuddy, and we were thinking something like an entry-level Batman story. And I don't know what your thoughts are on that, because I feel like if we go to a character that's not cool, that's what he's going to be talking about the whole time, is how lame that character is. So what do you think on that?
Yeah, it can't be anything too off the wall.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I don't have too deep of a knowledge of the DC animated. I know there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's enough for
any that Jeff will like. So I would say just throw something at him that he can goof on.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Sweet.
I still think the Gotham Knights one would be good because it takes place in the Christopher Nolan universe, doesn't it?
It does, but it's straight up an anime, and it's 6 10-minute short stories. So it's like it's so in each animation, each short story changes animation style. So I just don't know. I mean, that's a good. I don't know. I don't know if that's too much going on, or not. You're right. It does take place in a Nolan universe, but does he love the Nolan universe?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I suggested it. I thought he was a decent fan of it.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's mention that to him and see if he wants to come on next week and do it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Any last thoughts before we go, guys? No. Poop. Puminati. Well, Kevin, thanks again for being here. And Alex, thanks for helping set all this up. Everyone out there, please go check out the links down in the description box below. Follow Kevin, become a patron of their stuff, and become a fan if you're not already. I know a lot of you guys out there are that watch our show, but for those of you who aren't, go support these guys. They're super awesome. And until next time.
Something?
Something. No, that's your thing. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun